Welcome to Sitch Farm. This beautiful farmhouse, built between 1841 and 1851, was once a busy family home with generations of large families living here. It now sits empty beside a busy main road. The last occupants living here until 2022. The house is full of possessions and what seems like teenage bedrooms from the late 1980s. The farm gets its name Sitch from the area it sits on, and the word derives from the word stream or course of a stream. The earliest census the farm is mentioned on is from 1851, and we have a lady named Mary Moore here. She is aged 60, a widow and a farmer of 150 acres. She has her nephew Joseph Johnson living with her. He is 24 and a farmer. They have 4 servants. Ellen Brookshaw, aged 19, and she is a house servant. Esther Lloyd, who is also a house servant, and she is 16. Thomas Davis, aged 29, and he is an agricultural labourer. And Edward Brown, who is 13, and he is also an agricultural labourer. Moving on to 1861, and there is William Harper at the farm. He is aged 54, and he is listed as a farmer and miller. His wife is named Jane and she is 52. They have a son named Charles. He is aged 20 and listed as a miller. William's brother John is living with them. He is aged 57 and he is a help on the farm. They have 4 servants. Mary Evans, aged 24, who is a dairymaid. Martha Hopwood, aged 18, and she is a house servant. Joseph Bowie, aged 19, and he is a cowman. And 19-year-old William Bagley, who is a carter. In 1871, William Harper is now 64 and a farmer of 126 acres, employing 1 man. His wife Jane is 62. His brother John, now aged 67, is still living with them. They have a daughter named Annie with them. She is 24 and listed as a dairymaid. They have 3 servants on the farm. Mary Turner, aged 21, who is a domestic servant. Henry Harris, aged 22, and he is a farm servant. And Thomas Powell, aged 19, and he is also a farm servant. On the 1881 census, there is now a William Gollin Harper, who is aged 42, running the farm. This William may be the son of the previous William. I am unsure, as he wasn't on the previous 2 census. He is listed as a farmer of 200 acres and miller, employing 2 men and 2 boys. His wife is named Mary Ellen and she is 32. They have 2 daughters, Martha A. E. Harper, who is 5, and Florence E. Harper, who is 3, and they are both scholars. They have 4 servants, John Addison, who is 22 and a farm servant, and 20-year-old Harry Palin, who is also a farm servant. They have 2 domestic servants, 18-year-old Sarah Craddock and 16-year-old Elizabeth Lloyd. I found a newspaper article from 1883 that concerns the farm. Notice is hereby given, and the Executive Committee of the local authority has this day determined and declared that foot and mouth disease exists at the following places, namely in the cow houses, fold yard, Warren's Meadows and cow pasture field at Sitch Farm, in the occupation of Mr. William Gollin Harper, and that in consequence thereof, the rules under the above Act relating to foot and mouth disease will take effect and continue to apply to the above mentioned premises until such premises shall have been declared free from foot and mouth disease by the said local authority. And notice is further given that under and by virtue of the provisions of the Foot and Mouth Disease Infected Circles Order of 1883, the whole space lying within a distance of half a mile from any part of the before mentioned infected places becomes and is for the purpose of the said order as infected circle, and that no animal can be moved in, into or out of any such infected circle, and that the said infected circle will continue to be such until the infected place shall have been declared free from disease by the local authority. The term animals in the said order means cattle, that is bulls, cows, oxen, heifers and calves, and sheep and swine. William Gollin Harper must have survived the foot and mouth outbreak, as he is still at Sitch Farm in 1891 and is now aged 52. His wife Mary Ellen is aged 42. They have 4 children: Annie Jane, aged 15, Florence E, aged 13, Willie Jepson, aged 6, and Daisy E, aged 5, and they are all listed as scholars. There is also Thomas Taylor, aged 18, who's an agricultural labourer, and Bertha A. Morrie, aged 20, who's a general servant. By 1901, the farm is lived in by John Harvey Wycherley, aged 34, and he is a widower. He has 2 sons, Richard H, aged 3, and Thomas E, aged just 2 weeks. There are also 2 sisters at the farm, Emmeline C. Massey, aged 40, and Catherine J. Massey, aged 36. They are listed as visitors. There is also Mary Judge, aged 69, who is a monthly nurse, Martha Steele, aged 25, who is a general servant, and Oliver Timmis, aged 18, who is a cowman. You've probably already worked out what has occurred. John is a widower and he has a 2-week-old son. This article from 1901 describes what has happened. Death of Mrs. J. H. Wycherley. On Wednesday, Mrs. Harvey Wycherley of the Sitch farm died. As a melancholy event was indirectly brought about by the birth of her second child, this fatal termination was not in the least anticipated and consequently produced an unexpected shock. Much sympathy is felt for Mr. Wycherley in his bereavement. I discovered that Mrs. Wycherley was called Edith Ada, and she died on the 20th of March 1901, aged just 33 years. And delving a bit deeper, I found that sadly little Thomas, the baby, died just aged 3. I am wondering if the 2 Massey sisters were Edith's sisters and they had come to help. I'm not sure how long John Wycherley stayed at the farm after his wife died, but he had left by 1911, as there is a Tom Mallam Whiston and his family on the farm. Tom is aged 49 and he has a wife named Martha, who is also 49. They have 2 children, Thomas William, aged 22, who helps on the farm, and Frank Adolphus, who is aged 15. There is also an Edith Elizabeth Vernon, who is 20, and she is listed as a visitor. In 1921, Tom Mallam Whiston is now aged 58, and he is a farmer and cattle dealer. Martha is 58 and she does home duties. Their youngest son, Frank Adolphus, is 23 and he assists his father. Moving on to 1939, and Martha Whiston is running the dairy farm. She is aged 76 and a widow. I can't find when Tom died, but Martha sadly passed away a year later on the 25th of June 1940. Helping her on the farm, she has a Hilda M. Wells, aged 36, and she is a dairymaid, and Frederick T. Ridgway, aged 23, and he is a horseman. I believe sometime afterwards, Tom and Martha's son Frank took over the farm until he passed away on the 5th of September 1951. Frank married an Edith Margaret Pugh in 1926 in Market Drayton. It's hard to trace what happened to the farm after 1951, but I believe it did stay in the Whiston family until possibly the 1970s or 80s, when the most recent owners bought it. They were John Richard and Olwyn Margaret Whittington. From looking around the house, they had 3 children, Charlotte, John and Matthew or Michael, and it seems they were probably teenagers during the late 1980s. Sadly, John Richard Whittington died in 2020. The farm is still owned by his wife Olwyn and their son John Rupert Whittington. The property has been up for sale for quite a while, and plans were submitted to turn the area into a care home, but plans keep being rejected due to parking issues with the nearby market. This farm that once sat beside a busy railway junction sits quietly rotting away, full of memories both happy and sad, with no promise of anyone restoring it. This beautiful building now seems that the bulldozer could be calling soon. So the latest calendar I've seen is 2022. So almost 3 years. Look at this. Still food everywhere. Still stuff over in the cupboards everywhere. Oops. It's like that was their medicine cupboard. Bottles of wine in the fridge. Just inside this old farmhouse, there's a smoke alarm or something that keeps beeping, so you're going to keep hearing that. But yeah, there's pizza there. I think it's past its best. Some wine in the fridge. It's a nice old fire there. But yeah, there's doors going off all ways, so don't really know which way to go first. Let's go this way. It's just stuff piled up everywhere. What's this? A garage through here. Another bit of the kitchen by the looks of it. Oh, it smells old. Oof, we won't open the freezer. Look at the cobwebs. What are those? Like test tubes? Or is it a battery? Could be a battery. Got the whole toilet there. Got a room in here that's absolutely full of stuff. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that desk. Look at that roll top desk. Just full of stuff. Lindilla plant. Carry on through the kitchen. We've got another room here, just rammed full of stuff. Oh my goodness. There's all game boxes. Can't even get in because there's stuff on the floor. Night Rider. Carry on through into the hallway. There's the front door. Oh God, still got the hats and coats. That thing is very loud when it's right above your head. More books. They like their crime books. Colin Dexter, Ian Rankin, Ruth Rendell. Oh. I've got that. It's about Jack the Ripper, supposedly. It's a sitting room. There's a big Ted. Look at the ceiling. Look at that. Big bay window. Looks like someone started to sort stuff out, as always the case in these buildings. Look at that fireplace, isn't that lovely? Happy Father's Day. Some CDs, DVDs, The Likely Lads. Way up, Dirty Dancing. Everyone's got Dirty Dancing. There's the front door. Got another room through here. Another sitting room. Oh my goodness. Well, it could have been a dining room, perhaps. Look at that wallpaper. Goodness me, someone's definitely been starting to sort stuff out, look. There's a big bookcase there. A lovely sideboard. I'm not sure about that wallpaper, but I've definitely got a damp problem over there in that corner. There's lots of photos here, family photos. Another lovely fireplace. Right, time to head upstairs and see what we can find up here. So I've got a big landing here with stuff on. I think there's 4 rooms going off. We'll go into this one first. This was Charlotte's room. As you can see, the ceiling looks like it's being propped up. Just have to be careful. Got our own stereo built in there. Or is it a DVD player? Video player. Right, out of Charlotte's room. And oh my goodness, there's more. Oh my goodness, Wendy James? God, that's late 80s surely. So there's teenage kids have lived here at some point. Led Zeppelin. So Guns N' Roses used to love her. Paradise City. Yeah, there's definitely a lad and a girl have lived here. Teenage lad and girl. Right, we can get a view out there onto the farm. Yeah, it's definitely a teenage lad. Got a big hole above us there. I'm not sure if there's an attic. But, this is obviously the bathroom. There's a shower. Collection of razors if anybody wants them. Got a wardrobe. Towels and clothes by the look of it, and some books. Right, let's go and have a look down the other end of the hallway. We looked in here, no. Oh my goodness. This is probably the parents' bedroom. Again, just full of stuff everywhere. Oh, there's a nice washstand over there, look. With the green tiles and the cameos on it, very nice. But it weighs a ton. And this thing, look. Massive wardrobe. And the lovely floor. The oak floor. Big room. Right, and we come along the landing. Oh, got a loaded magazine. Kelly Brook. When's that from? 2003. And then we got old Harry the Heron here. Fine specimen. just through there. And we've got another big bedroom full of stuff again. Oh my goodness. There's a random toilet. They like their books. Wow. The hippo. Seems like they've kept everything from their children's past. What's that? Is that a radio? Oh yeah, look at that. Jeez. There's a boat, a random boat. Look at that, football 87. It's Andy Gray, isn't it? I think. Bloody hell, who we got? Kenny Dalglish. Charlie Nicholas, Tony Adams. Bloody hell. Is this QPR? Mexico Magic. Sheffield Wednesday. So this was before the Premier League, isn't it? Southampton. Tottenham. Chris Waddle. Oh my god. Wimbledon. Bloody hell. There's all the kids' cuddly toys and everything. There's a rocking horse. Oh dear, 2020. Never noticed the chaise lounge there with all the stuff on. Very nice. And then look at the ceiling and the coving. Beautiful. Just got this one room left here to do with old Arnie. Get to the chopper! This is a smaller room, still rammed full of stuff. Some funky ties back there. Yeah, it looks like they might have had two boys and a girl. Lamborghini Countach there. It's definitely 1980s vibes. Right, we've just got one door at the end of this corridor, which I think is like a, I don't know, it's creepy, whatever it is. It could be like the servants' staircase. Oh my god, there's more rooms. More rooms, gonna squeeze through. Oh my goodness. That's a tight squeeze. Oh my goodness. Jesus, this is where it's bad. What the hell's that all in there? And then you've got another room here. I think this is where I saw a staircase coming up to. Yeah, that takes me back downstairs. Look at this in here. Good grief. Yeah, this bit through here is decidedly creepy. There's an old kid's car there. Not sure why there's a mirror. Yeah. Might have been a servant's room there. Yeah, it's pretty creepy up here. There's an old, looks like a fly fishing rod. Right, so this takes us back down to by the kitchen, I think. So I think that is all the house looked round now. Go and see what we can find outside. Some stairs here. I don't know if they just go up to an attic room. We'll go and have a look. All their stuff hanging up, the back door's locked, got a room in here, some old bikes and stuff. Oh, look at all the ivy coming in. Yeah, there's a load of old rally bikes there. There's another room through here. Storeroom for paint and stuff by the looks of it. Some old goggles up there, look. Some cows over in the barn over there. Made me jump when they walked up to the thing. If you can see them. Oh, I think they've gone now.